There was no other way to get here. But I'm really thankful that all of you have turned up for this because sometimes you do not know, maybe nothing will happen. But if something does happen which neither you nor us, want, then we will all say, why did we not intervene when we could have set something right? And what is happening today is disturbing us, and it is disturbing the whole of Goan society. I am not talking about the statement of Professor Subhash Velinkar. That is a completely rotten statement. He should never have made it. I have held him in high regard. I consider him a friend. I consider him an intellectual, environmentalist. He has supported me in environment campaigns. But to see the statement today, I have tears in my eyes. I do not know how Professor Velinkar could have made a statement like this. And I firmly firmly request him and beg with him, please issue a statement withdrawing whatever you have said about our Saint Francis Xavier. Withdraw it. Say whatever you want. Say you are not misunderstood, you are not understood properly, you are whatever. But at least withdraw it now, because this is the time to do it. Otherwise, if there is a conflagration, if there is a conflict in the society which is threatening to happen, then Dr. Professor Subhash Velinkar will go down in history as the person who ignited this conflagration. So it is important that he recognizes this and he withdraws this so that he can get our esteem once again. Right now, we are really hurt. We are really hurt that he made a statement like this. I am a Christian and I also hold Francis Xavier in estimation. But I also go to temples and I celebrate Ganesh. And all these festivals are festivals of mine. I go to visit my Muslim friends every time. There is no issue. This thing is going to divide and it's going to rupture our Goan society, which is a cohesive society for so many years. And we have not allowed this type of thing to happen. So my only personal request to Professor Velinkar that he will at this stage diffuse the situation, withdraw his statement, give an apology to the Christian community for whatever he has said and how distressed they are with this statement. And I would also ask the Christian community and all the people who are come on the roads, please go home. Please go home. The street is not the place to settle this type of business. Please go home. Please stay at home. Please do not invite trouble. Please support the police. Do not harass the police. The police are already overburdened. If this situation breaks down, even the police will not be able to help anybody. So I would request personally everybody, please go home wherever you are right now. If you are listening to me, if you respect my words, you will please say, okay, Dotran Ulayla, हांव माझो फोन पॉकेटीन घालता आनी हांव घरा वयता म्हणून. Please do that. You will be a Goan hero. You will be a hero to me. You will be a hero to everybody in the state of Goa. May I ask Dr. Dibella to also say a few words?
हय, हांवूय हात जोडून मागता की आमचे गोंयकार भाव जे सामके दुखल्या पळय ते, फक्त क्रिस्तांव भाव न्ही पूण सगळे जे दुखल्या पळय ते सुभाष वेलिंगरान जे म्हणलां पळय ते, ज्या पद्धतीन ताणें म्हणलां पळय ते, ताजे विशय कितें आसूं, ज्या पद्धतीन ताणें म्हणलें पळय ते, that was a mean, vile and a rotten statement that Subhash Velinkar did, and clearly the people of Goa are upset and absolutely furious about this. माझी फक्त एक विनंती आसा की हे रस्त्यार देऊन, particularly साउथ गोवा रस्ते बंद करून आणि पुलिसीक पिकेट करून आणि कितें बोवार्ड घालून आणि ही एजिटेशन करून, I guarantee you जे हे सरकारी दलाल जे आसात पळय ते, who are involved in land conversions and land and आमचे सगळे गोंय काबार करपाक बसल्या पळय ते, I can guarantee you ते ही एजिटेशन आता सद्याक साउथ गोवान चलता पळय थंय इन्फिल्ट्रेट करतले, आपले मनीस धाडटले थंय आणि त्या मनशाक फक्त सांगतले तुम्ही 2-3 फातर काडून देवळार मार नाल्यार आनी खंयच्या गुमटीर मार म्हणून. And the whole thing will erupt into a Hindu-Catholic conflagration here, which neither the police nor the state of Goa will be able to control. जे दलाल जे आसात पळय त्या सरकारान तांकां हेच जाय, कित्याक हे जालें की समज जालें की दुसऱ्या दिसा सगळ्यो फायली ज्यो आसात पळय ती लँड कन्वर्शन चलतात पळय त्यो सगळ्यो पास जातल्यो, सगळे प्रोजेक्ट आसात पळय ते वतले आणि जे काम कष्ट काडून घाम काडून शंकर पोळगी आणि रामा आणि स्वप्नेश दीस आणि रात, ऑफकोर्स क्लॉड आणि जीबी आणि सगळे ऍक्टिव्हिटीज दीस आणि रात काम करता पळय ते सगळे तांचे काम उदकान वतलें, तांचे काम उदकान वतलें म्हणून ती, पूण शेवटी गोंयकार हारतलो कित्याक 100% आमी आमचे मदीं झगडटले हे आणि देवा खबर कितले 2-3 महिने चलतले हे, आणि जितल्यो जमीन कन्वर्ट करपाची आसा पळय त्यो जमीन कन्वर्ट करतले आणि करतले ते सत्य खरें म्हणटा पळय ते फगडे मारतात पळय त्यो. पूण माझी हीच विनंती आसा तुमचे कडेन सगळ्या कडेन की घरा वचपाचें, डू नॉट give the politicians the excuse to exploit this situation. What Subhash Velinkar has done has been horrendous. He has to apologize. He has to diffuse the situation. It is in his hands to diffuse the situation, and we make this earnest appeal to him to do that as quickly as possible, because we believe that in many ways he and many members of the RSS and many members of the BJP also support Goa on issues of land, on issues of conversion. They are also pained by all these issues, and this is the issue that is going to get derailed by a stupid, absolutely stupid statement like this. Professor Subhash Velinkarak हांव फक्त हे सांगूंक सोदता that when you say sorry, it is not a sign of weakness. When you say sorry, when you know that you have done something wrong, it is a sign of strength. So we want this situation diffused as quickly as possible. We want all our brethren, especially in South Goa, to get off the streets, clear the streets and go home. We will make our protests. We will register our protests. We will get the law to take its own course. But please do not derail the people's agitation against this horrible destruction of Goa's environment, ecology, identity, and land. That is paramount. That is what we are. Thank you.
Sabina, you would like to say.
Come in middle.
Come.
हांव लोकांक उलो मारता की ह्या वेळाक आमी सगळीं एकठांय रावपाची चड गरज आसा आनी एकामेकाक दुखोवन आमी गोंय सांबाळूंक शकना, कित्याक आमचे मागीर डिविजन जातले आनी जी शक्ती आमची एकवटाची जी शक्तीचे जे आमी गोंय सांबाळपा खातीर जे काम करता ती उणें पडटली. सो आनी जेन्ना आमी एकामेकाक दुखवता तेन्ना हो जो आमचो समाज आसा तो दुखता आनी आमची जी भुरगीं आसा तांकां आमी कसले सोशल फॅब्रीक दिता. आमी आमचे फुडार चिंतपाक जाय आनी हो जे गोंय आमी सांबाळटा ते आमचे फुडले पिळगे खातीर आमी सांबाळटा. सो आमकां ही जी आमची युनिटी पळय आहा गोंयान, पीस जे आसा ते आमी राखून दवरपाक जाय आनी सगळ्यांनी एकठांय येवपाक जाय. हे जे लँड कन्वर्जन खूब मोठ्या प्रमाणान जे लँड कन्वर्जन जाता, फाल्यां आमी गोंयकारूच उरचे ना, हांगा आमी परखी जातली. सो हें गोंय सांबाळपाचें जे आमी मोहीम सुरू केला ते मोहिमेक तुमी तेंको दिवचो आनी हे मोहिमेक आमी आतां फुडें व्हरपाक जाय, हाची चड गरज आसा. आनी सगळे आमचे भाव भयण्या एकठांय येवन ह्या मोहिमेक तेंको दितले हे हांव आशा दवरता.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask one question. Like Doctor and Claude also, and even Rama. See, this statement which was made by the ex-RSS chief was made at a very opportune moment. You think this was a well thought out strategy just to derail a lot of the agitations which are going on?
See, Glenn, we don't want to get into the ifs, buts, and conjectures. What we know is that Subhash Velinkar made a mean, spiteful, and rotten statement. That is on record. That is the thing that he has to retract and apologize for. And the most important thing is we do not want a descent into communal chaos, which is highly possible with the agents of this government who are adept and brilliant at fomenting this kind of communal tension and then derailing the people's agitation. who is responsible, how it is responsible, from what angle it comes through. Frankly, this should be the business of the media, and you should be probing, not us. Thank
So
you.
तुमकां दिसता की गव्हर्मेंटाची स्ट्रॅटजी आसा सगळे
तेच ग्लेन म्हाका विचारता न्ही, ही गव्हर्मेंटाची स्ट्रॅटेजी, ही हो गव्हर्मेंट हांव एकूच सांगपाक सोदतां, हो गव्हर्मेंट खूब हुशार. ही जमीन आमची सामकी पाड घालपाक आनी आमचे जीव पाड घालपाक खूब हुशार सरकार. सो कितेंय करूं शकता हो सरकार, पूण कोणे हे करपा लायला, कशें करपा लायला, हे एक्चुअली मिडियाचें काम. तुमी सोदून काडपा जाय. आमी खंय हांव दोतोर आनी टिचर आनी क्लॉड बाब एक्टिविस्ट, आमकां खंय खबर आसा सरकाराच्या भोंवतणी कितें चलता पळय तें आमकां खबर ना. बट we wouldn't want to unnecessarily dilute our message by conjecture. Our point is very simple. What Subhash Velinkar said is mean, it's spiteful, it's rotten, it's against the law, and let law take its own course. The ideal thing would be for Subhash Velinkar to apologize. There should be no communal tension because of this, and it's highly possible that one stray incident can lead to communal tension over here. And the third most important thing is, once, Mahabharatan, where Arjun is supposed to see the eye of the fish. The eye of the fish is land conversion and the destruction of Goan ecology. Everything else people should not see. Just see that eye of the fish.
Doctor, do you think if he's a plan, he will apologize?
See, this is for you. The sad bit is you in the media, despite for the last 3 days that this whole issue has been hotting up, you all haven't questioned Subhash Velinkar as yet. We should be doing that, no?
But doctor, if the police can't find him, how can we find him?
I always believe that the journalists are far more intelligent and far more resourceful than the police if they only put their hat to it.
See, I think we should all work.
When you people are saying that withdraw the protest and clear the roads and all these things.
We don't say withdraw the protest. Of course, you can. The people are entitled to their protest. What we are saying is do not be out on the streets, because if you are out on the streets, then that gives the opportunity for the government agents or the agents of destruction of Goa to plant their own men over there, take over and hijack those protests, throw a couple of stones in the temple, and derail this into an entire communal conflagration. That's the point. Nobody is asking you not to protest, but get off the streets. That is the message.
But some of the politicians with them only on the
Yes. So all those politicians should also be going home. They are obviously the opposition politicians. They may be having their genuine sentiments, whichever of the Congress, of the Aam Aadmi Party, etc. They may be having their genuine sentiments of being there, which is true. But as leaders, I would appeal to them to get the people off the streets. Please do not think that you are going to embarrass the BJP government or you're going to score brownie points against the BJP government. The bigger danger is of this descending into a communal conflagration, which nobody will be able to control, and everybody will only be reporting. Trust me.
दोतोर आनी एक मेजर स्टेटमेंट म्हणजे हे थांबपाक जाय पूण ते थांबना. कित्याक बीजेपीचो मंत्री दुसरो सुभाष वेलिंगकर म्हणपाक शकता आमी. आलेक्स म्हणटा की सगळ्या गोंयकारांच्या डीएनएन खंय फ्रांसीस झेवियराचे डीएनए आसा म्हणटा.
See, this is the whole problem. कितें म्हणलें आलेश सिकेर is a genius, by the way.
सगळ्या गोंयकारांच्या म्हणजे सगळ्या धर्माच्या गोंयकारां मदीं सेंट फ्रांसीस झेवियराचो डीएनए आसा. सो तो आनी हेतून तेल ओतता कशें दिसता.
Definitely. So I don't know whether he made a statement,
Yeah, he made on camera.
but if he's made a statement like this, then it shows that Alesh Sikera's brain is now completely in a state of terminal degeneration. It started with him jumping from the Congress to the BJP. But if he's made a statement like this, that's another example of a brain being in complete degeneration. Because the point here is not the argument is not about Subhash Velinkar's right to discuss about Francis Xavier, whether he's a saint, not a saint, whether he did the right things in Goa 400 years back or the wrong things. That is an academic discussion which any of us is allowed to have. But the way he said that to spite the Christian community. That is the point. Anybody can have a discussion on any issue, on any god, and any saint. Of course, it's a free society, you can have that. But you cannot say it with the motive of hurting the sentiments of the Christian community, particularly in light of the fact that the exposition is to be happening in December. But Alesh Sikera, hats off to him for coming up with such a brilliant scientific theory.
So, but till date, CM have not made any statement. But before that, some problem was happened with the communal listing. CM had ordered the other this thing who had made a statement to arrest them, and they are not allowed to. But why till date CM is not giving any?
So that is exactly the question you need to put and pose to the chief minister. No, The chief minister, the only answer he gives you all is a smile, and you all are so happy with it. He never gives you any answer of substance, and you are very happy with it.
If anything happens in the state of Goa, Chief Minister will be held responsible.
He will be held responsible.
Will be held responsible.
But if there is a communal, even if for 3 days there's a communal conflagration in Goa, I can bet that this entire government will be thrilled to bits that has happened, because it takes the focus away from the agitation that Shankar, Sabina, GBA, Claude, Rama, Swapnesh, and everyone has been charging the people of Goa with, has been sort of encouraging the people of Goa to come out on the streets. They will be very happy if there's a communal conflagration.
When you people are requesting the people, so do you think that Bishop also request for this?
Again, we are not spokespersons for anybody, neither for Subhash Velinkar, nor the government, nor CM, nor Alesh, definitely not Alesh Sikera, and definitely not for the bishop. But we wish that the Archbishop, I mean the temporal head of the institution, also makes an appeal like this. Obviously, everyone's sentiments are heard. One gets that, but get off the streets. That is the message that we want to give. That's all.
Yeah, and we have to keep in mind, if there is any communal unrest, then no one can live in peace in the state. And we have seen this happening in all the states wherever there have been communal tensions.
So we have to preempt it.
Yeah, we have to preempt it. It is not just about today. We have to think about the future also. Once we sow the seeds of communal disharmony, and that is going to grow big, and that is going to destroy our livelihoods, our peace, our sleep, whatever we have. So we should learn from what is happening in the other states.
Yeah, but there's one thing also. Now the activists also, you should make an appeal to the activists, because it is the activists who have brought the crowds out. So
I think to a
it
great
was
extent,
spontaneous.
Glenn, I think it's a spontaneous outrage. One understands the sentiments of everyone in Goa, because it's a spontaneous outrage. They're genuinely angry about this particular statement. I don't think anyone has brought them out in the streets. It's just that some activists are also there. It happens to be that some of the opposition politicians are also there, but I don't think that's been galvanized by the opposition politicians, by the activists. This is a genuine outpouring of the people, but for that reason, we want the people not to get carried away by their emotions and understand the bigger picture, which can then create a far, far bigger problem, which will be very difficult for anyone to handle.
But Doctor, this is not the first time that Velinkar repeated this same statement some months or some years before. So it is like his daily habits or something like that.
Yes. So Subhash Velinkar is notorious for bringing out these kind of vitriolic, especially anti-Christian statements. He's a great orator, so that those statements of his become even more amplified and become even more magnified. He has got a large, despite not being in the RSS, he's got a large following in Goa, and it is sad to see him use that influence and that sort of authority of his to, as I say, derail what matters to Goa into some insignificant issue and start creating trouble like that. Yes, Subhash Velinkar is notorious for this, and he should be changing. He should be, it's high time he changed his language and his comportment. Yeah.
After the last question, that was because there is one rumor that tomorrow some of the Hindu people are supporting the Velinkar statement.
But that's exactly as I'm saying. So that is exactly where the whole sort of keeping the pot boiling will come. No, so you have, I think everyone agrees, whether you think Francis Xavier is a saint or not a saint is not the issue. Obviously, Hindus are not going to think that Francis Xavier is a saint. Why should they? That is a belief of the Catholics. But the point whether Francis Xavier is a saint or not a saint, whether he did the right thing 400 years ago by indulging in conversions or not, that is not the point. One can have an academic discussion, and one must have an academic discussion about whatever our history is, whether it's of Inquisition, whether it's Francis Xavier, about the conversions, whatever. You must have a debate. Why can't we have an intellectual debate? Why can't we have it in a calm, rational manner without hurting the sentiments and without provoking the communities which believe in certain values or which believe in certain, they have a faith? Why do you require to trigger that? So what Subhash Velinkar has effectively done, Francis Xavier is known to have converted a large number of Hindus 400 years back. which was a terrible thing to do, in my opinion. In my opinion, it was a terrible thing to do. Conversion is a terrible thing to do, especially by force. It's terrible. So, but to take revenge on Francis Xavier 400 years back, who is dead and gone, you don't take your revenge against the present day Catholic community, which is living harmoniously, peacefully in Goa for no rhyme or reason. That is the point. That is the point that Subhash Velinkar requires to backtrack on. That is the point that Subhash Velinkar requires to apologize for.
And I want to mention one thing. When we talk about faith, it is a faith between your God and you. Nobody can take it away. And even the COVID times, okay, when you couldn't visit the church, temple, or mosque, people followed their faith. Nothing happened to their faith. And I think this is what people should keep in mind. Maintain communal harmony. Each one can practice his or own faith, and nobody should fight with each other to say I am superior than the
Correct.
other.
And nobody should disparage one another's faith. That is the essence of what being a true Goenkar means. You do not disparage one another's faith. You don't mock, you don't make fun of other people's faith. That is what is not in our DNA. We do not make fun of other people's faith. Hindus don't make fun of Christian faith. Christians don't make fun of Muslim faith. Muslims don't make fun of the other way around. That is the DNA of the Goan. That is the DNA that we have to discover.
Thank you. Last question.
Last.
Please, what message you like to give to the protester right now?
To the
Protesters.
we've already said, no?
Last.
Whatever we have said is get off the streets in one line.
Please maintain communal harmony. That is more important. And get together to fight and save Goa's land.
That is more important. Back Rama, back Claude, back Sabina, back Shankar. These are your real heroes. Make them your real gods. Trust
No, we
me.
don't want to cross.
देव बने करो anything.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.
But
Thank you, guys.
your help is really
Thank you. Thank you.
your help
Thank
is
you.
really